Oh, good evening there, boys and girls, and how are we this evening? Welcome back to ours, right on your sofa, for this evening's bedtime stories. Now, this evening we're going to read 2 stories to you, boys and girls, so get those pyjamas on, grab your mums and dads, snuggle up on the sofa, and we shall begin shortly. The first story this evening, boys and girls, is Sugarlump and the Unicorn. Sugarlump was a rocking horse. He belonged to a girl and boy. To and fro, they rode on their favourite toy. Here in the children's bedroom is where I want to be. Happily rocking to and fro, this is the life for me. But when the children were out at school, Sugarlump hung his head. Oh, to be out in the big wide world, I wish I could trot, he said. Done came a voice, and there stood a beast with a twisty silver horn. I can grant horses' wishes, said the snow-white unicorn. She pawed the ground and tossed her mane and flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around, and the horse's wish came true. Now Sugarlump was a farmer's horse, pulling his cart and load. Clippity-clop, he trotted along the road. Here in the open countryside is where I like to be. Clippity-clop, this is the life for me. But time went by and the hills grew hard. Sugarlump hung his head. Oh, to be free of this heavy load, I wish I could gallop, he said. Done came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around, and the horse's wish came true. Now Sugarlump was a racing horse, with a jockey on his back. Gallop-a-jump, they thundered down the track. Here on the famous racecourse is where I like to be. Gallop-a-jump, this is the life for me. But time went by, and the jumps grew hard. Sugarlump hung his head. Oh, to slow down and have some fun, I wish I could dance, he said. Done came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around, and the horse's wish came true. Now Sugarlump was a circus horse, with his tail tied in a bow, dancing and prancing around the ring, the star of every show. Here in this splendid circus is where I like to be. Dancing and prancing and dancing, this is the life for me. But time went by, and the children's cheers made Sugarlump hang his head. Oh, for a child to ride me, I want to go home, he said. Done came the voice of the unicorn, and she flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around, and the horse's wish came true. Sugarlump was a rocking horse, but where were the girl and boy? Time had flown, and they had grown, and forgotten their favourite toy. Alone in the attic, Sugarlump sighed, I wish I had never been born. But I have a better wish for you, came the voice of the unicorn. She pawed the ground and tossed her mane, and flashed her eyes of blue. 7 times she turned around, and the unicorn's wish came true. Now Sugarlump is a fairground horse on a beautiful merry-go-round. Merrily up he rises, and merrily down to the ground. Here in this fabulous fairground is where I love to be. Merrily, round and round, this is the life for me. So Sugarlump is a happy horse, the children are happy too, and the unicorn with her silver horn closes her eyes of blue. Did we all enjoy that, boys and girls? Well, just before I go this evening, I think we've got time for one more story. Would you enjoy that? The second story this evening is What the Ladybird Heard. Once upon a farm lived a fat red hen, a duck in a pond and a goose in the pen, a woolly sheep, a hairy hog, a handsome horse and a dainty dog, a cat that meowed, and a cat that purred, a fine prize cow, and a ladybird. And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck, hiss said the goose, and quack said the duck. Neigh, said the horse, oink went the pig, baa, said the sheep, and woof went the dog. One cat meowed, and the other one purred. And the ladybird never said a word. But the ladybird saw, and the ladybird heard. She saw two men in a big black van, with a map and a key and a cunning plan, and she heard them whisper, "This is how we're going to steal the fine prize cow." Open the gate at the dead of night, past the horse and then turn right, round the duck pond, past the hog, but be careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead, and in through the door of the prize cow's shed. And the little spotty ladybird, who'd never said a word, told the animals, "This is how two thieves are planning to steal the cow. They'll open the gate at the dead of night, past the horse, and then turn right. Round the duck pond, past the hog, be careful not to wake the dog. Left past the sheep, then straight ahead, and in through the door of the prize cow's shed." And the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck, hiss said the goose, and quack said the duck. Neigh, said the horse, oink said the hog, baa, said the sheep, woof, said the dog. But both the cats began to meow. "We can't let them steal the fine prize cow." But the ladybird had a good idea, and she whispered into each of the animals' ears. At the dead of night, the two bad men, Hefty Hugh and Lanky Len, opened the gate while the farmers slept, and tiptoed into the farm they crept. Then the goose said neigh with all of her might, and Led said, "That's the horse, turn right." And the dainty dog began to quack. "The ducks," said Hugh, "we're right on track." Oink, said the cats, "There goes the hog, be careful not to wake the dog." Baa, 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 said the fat red hen. "The sheep, we're nearly there," said Len. Then the duck on the pond said, "Moo, moo, moo." "Two more steps to go," said Hugh. And they both stepped into the duck pond. Splosh! And the farmer woke and said, "Golly gosh!" And he called the cops, and they came. Nino, Nino, and they threw the thieves into their panda car. Then the cow said moo, and the hen said cluck. Hiss, said the goose, and quack, said the duck. Neigh, said the horse, oink, said the hog. Baa, said the sheep, woof, said the dog. And the farmer cheered, and both cats purred. But the ladybird said never a word. And there's the lovely farm, boys and girls. Well, there we go, boys and girls. That's another 2 bedtime stories for you this evening. Don't forget to tune in every Monday at 7 o'clock for our bedtime stories with Back to Ours right on the sofa. Until next time, boys and girls, I'll see you again. But sleep tight, have wonderful dreams, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.